Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you always good situation. Okay, let's start this presentation the reading Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, in this final exam, I am Widya Anggraeni will invite you to discuss the research presentation entitled Effectiveness of Using Memorized Application in Teaching Vocabulary. The contents of this journal presentation have 5 points. First is introduction, 2 research question, 3 method, 4 question, and the last is conclusion. The next slide is introduction. A. Background. The first is language is one of the important abilities that humans must possess. One of every language skill need to find out is English. English is an international language and everyone has the right to be able to speak English. Acquisition is incredibly necessary to form it easier to know English learning per review. Ramirez and Hull, 2020. Language is also closely related to learning because learning strategies are the main key in learning language and conversely language is the key to the learning process. Mehabian, Salehi, and Branch, 2019. In understanding English learning, one in each of the essential skills that have to be possessed is vocabulary. Vocabulary is generically defined as the knowledge of word and word meaning. The second is, according to Nugroho 2012, cited in Farida, Isurina, and Absari 2019, vocabulary is the foundation to develop language, which has a role as a basis in communication. Vocabulary is also very important to start learning English. Vocabulary is basic learning that must be learned in language learning. Sari and Sutopo, 2018. In other words, vocabulary must play an important role in the whole process of learning a second language. Giselle, 2019. By learning vocabulary, it will be easier to know first skill in English, specifically speaking, reading, listening, and writing. Indrasara, Novita, and Megawati, 2018. It will be easier for us to speak if we know vocabulary. We will easily listen if we know the meaning of the word. We will be able to read it correctly if we have mastered vocabulary, and we can also write it correctly. Communication of scholar in learning, channeling concept, opinion, and information are easier if students have studied the vocabulary well. Aisyah, Hidayatul Rahma, and Yoga Fitri, 2019. And the last is, there are some problems in the teaching learning process, especially in vocabulary learning. Obstacles experienced by students include a low understanding of English, a lack of motivation to learn vocabulary, and difficulty in translating English sentences. In addition, teachers would still use conventional methods where the teacher only provides English text and students are asked to translate using a dictionary. This way, both students and spend a long time understanding the given sentence. And the next slide is B. Research objective. The purpose of this study is to improve student understanding and achievement of vocabulary through the use of the Memorize application. Memorize is one tool to help teacher and student teach and understand language learning easily through mobile device. Memorize is also an appropriate application for vocabulary learning. Using this application in class is an effective way to increase the interest of students who are learning vocabulary. The next slide is research question. The first is how to improve student English score. So, whether the Memorize application can make students interested in learning English. And the next slide is method. This study employs descriptive qualitative design. The first is interview. From the interview, the research found that the main problem was the lack of student motivation to learn English. Some students did not bring English dictionary and did not give attention to the teacher when explaining the material. They talk about difficulties in translating English word and teacher strategies in teaching are less varied. Teachers need new teaching strategies to improve student motivation and achievement. The second is pretest. There were three meetings conducted by the research. At the first meeting, students did a pretest. The pretest result showed that the student had an average score of 16.8. This saw the student score on the pretest below the passing grade. The first success criteria have not been agreed upon. And the third is memorize application and fast. Then at the second meeting, the research used the memorized application. In this meeting, learned vocabulary become more fun than before. Research also conducted post-tests on students to measure their abilities. The first test results showed that the student mean score was 18.5, student score increased, and all students are able to achieve passing grade. By using the memorized application to teach vocabulary, students feel happy in learning. And the last is questionnaire. Today, students were given a questionnaire. Students were asked questions about the memorized application. The result of the questionnaire showed that most students are more interested when the teacher uses memorized application. The English vocabulary learning application, students think that the memorized application can help and make it easier for students to memorize English words. And the last slide is conclusion. The research findings show that research using Memorize is effective for increasing student vocabulary mastery. Students memorize vocabulary more easily and are happy in the learning process. Using the Memorize application can improve students' score in English. This application is also one of the reference learning strategy that teachers can do to teach. The question from Miss is, do you think digital-based application like Memrise is always better than manual method, reading book or dictionary to improve student vocabulary? I think yes, because the Memrise application can attract more student attention. And from the research result, it is proven that using the Memrise application can improve students' score in English. But it does not rule out the possibility that manual learning can improve proficiency in English if students really learn. So back to the student, how serious they are learn. Okay, that's all from me. I'm sorry for my mistake. I'm Widya Anggraeni. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.